What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli. And today we're back with another Sims 4 speed build. Today's speed build, we're making a container house. I have it, like, it's funny because Eco Living has been out for almost a month now. Actually, it's a lie. It'll be a month in a few weeks. But it's been out for a while now, and I haven't made a container house. Crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make one. I personally think I am terrible at making what's that thing called? It's not building outside. It's called grass gardening slash I forgot what it's called. Grooming. I think it's called grooming. I don't know. But when it comes to decorating the outside of the house, I personally think I'm terrible at it. I don't know if I'll ever get good at it, but I just not good at it. And so when going towards this and I saw the picture, I was like, how am I gonna build that? Because I know I could have gone ahead and make this big design and, you know, added little slopes into the ground, but I don't touch that. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't touch the sloping slash making the area bigger, if that makes any sense. I don't touch that type of stuff, or not make it deeper. I use it like once in a while, like very, very limited. I think I use it once or 3 times this year so far. I don't like touching it. I don't like when the ground's like off center. It's just not for me. So I don't use it. So I knew I wasn't gonna make a dip. But yeah, I just went ahead and did this. I hope you guys enjoy it. I really like the way the backyard came out. I'm actually very surprised it came out so well. But I hope you guys do enjoy it, of course. And fun fact is, I actually didn't even use that much CC. I think I only use CC Windows, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is base game and the stuff that came with Eco Living. So yeah, so if you don't want to download a lot of CC for this, that's totally fine, because all you have to do is download Windows. If you guys don't even want to download the Windows, you can totally go ahead and use some of EA's Windows or whatever Windows you have, because it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I think I like the way it really came out. It came out really well. It has like a driveway. I didn't touch the inside because I'm kind of running short on time right now. So I didn't have time to go dive in and decorate on the inside. I think I'm gonna do the inside tomorrow for you guys, so that should be fun. So stay tuned for that. If I can find a proper interior that I like, I'll go ahead and do that. But I do want to do the interior because I think the interior would be fun, because I really like how the exterior actually came out. But yeah, so enough with me talking. Today we're getting today's subject, and today's probably gonna be a 2-part. I'm also gonna so as you guys know, see, I'm always talking more before I think, but as you guys know, we're gonna be doing a segment where we're gonna talk about stuff that we want to see in The Sims 4. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start giving shout outs to people that come up with some other ideas or some cool add-ons, just this cool stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and probably shout out a few people. So if you want to go ahead and get a shout out, then yeah, share your ideas of how you think The Sims 4 can become bigger down below. So today we're gonna talk about is cars. I honestly am so excited. I know I always had a thought whenever we got The Sims 4, because cars were, I think, were a main thing that came with The Sims 3. And since we don't have open world in The Sims 4, I always thought, how are we gonna implement cars into the game? And honestly, I think there's so much that could be possible. There's so much that we could do to implement cars. So I think that if they do add cars, I really don't want it to be a free update. I know people will be like, this should be, plus it could be a free update for like specific cars, but I feel like cars needs a game pack. And I know that's crazy to say. I know cars were a basic thing that came with Sims 3, I know, but hear me out, okay? In the next few parts, I'm going to talk about it because it's very in-depth on how I want this game pack to be and the ideas I have for it. Again, go ahead and leave your opinions down below, but hear me out before you all get pissed off that, you know, you don't want to pay for cars. But let me explain why. With cars in The Sims 3, I feel like, yeah, we had them, and of course we had them as base game, but we got a better I could say the depth of cars went up with oh my god, what's it called? Generations, because you got teacher kids how to drive the car, which is cool and all that. But I feel like they missed some steps. Since they missed some realistic steps, and since The Sims 4 is like going for a realistic thing, I feel like we can definitely add on to it. One being how we get the driver's license. I feel like when Sims come into the world, when cars come into The Sims 4, I feel like no sim should be able to drive. That's one thing I don't understand, is how you can just create a sim and they off the bat just know how to drive. That makes no sense. Everyone has to learn how to drive, whether you're 50, 20, doesn't matter. everyone has to learn how to drive at some point in life. You just don't all just wake up knowing how to drive. So I feel like that's one of the most unrealistic touches that The Sims 4 had. I mean, Sims 3 had, was that everyone just knew how to drive. I think even if you were a teen that couldn't drive as a teen, but then once you turn to an adult, you just automatically learn how to drive. So I feel like once they add cars into the game, I feel like they should have like a stage where everyone has to take a driver's test, and I feel like the driver's test should be not just one test. I feel like it should be like open out, because first you have to take a written test. So I think it'd be really fun if it was like maybe a driving skill or something, or just maybe not even a skill, just maybe like for example, if you want to, what's a good example of what I'm talking about? But anyways, I'm trying to explain to you. But for example, you have to take the first thing, right? And so you take the first thing, so you have to take a written test. So everyone, you have to study. Maybe it can go with the logic skill, maybe. And the higher, larger skill you have, the better you're gonna do with your test. And so you pretty much have to study. I feel like there should be like a little like, you know how for dancing there's like, I think it's up to level 5. I feel like there should be that for driving. Like for driving, you have to pass at least a level 3 to take the written test, and then you have to pass or maybe another like a level 5 to take the road test or something like that, and then that's it. I think that'll be fun too if they have at stages where you have to take the written test, and then you have to study for written test, and then you take the written test and you pass or you fail, and then you go and then you have to take to study again, and then you have to take the driving test. I think that'll be, because in realistically you have to take 2 tests. You don't just take your road test and that's it. You have to take your written tests and all type of stuff. So I think that'd be really cool if they added that in there, just extra steps. Also, I think it would be really cool if they added like dealerships. I think dealerships would be a great thing to add in. Like I really think it'd be really fun to go to a dealership and look at cars and not really test drive them, but just look at them. And before I get into dealerships, actually, if you guys are wondering how do you think the world be, or how would it like, you know, work with the world, my idea would be you would click the car, and because you know when you click M takes you straight to the map. It'd be like that. So or if you zoom out, you click travel, it'll take you to the map, or you just click on your phone, you click travel, takes you to the map. So I feel like it'd be another way is just you click your car, it takes you to the map, and then you click where you want to go, and then it takes you back to the world, and it shows your Sims or whoever you're taking. If you're taking anyone on your lot, it shows them going into the car themselves. They all go in, and then they drive out the driveway, and they go straight down the street. And I think that would be so cool. And then they pop up in the next world. And what also could be cool too, just think about it, is you know, for example, when you do if you have jungle adventures, and then you tell the person to like go explore the jungle, and then like they're exploring, and then you get like these pop-ups that happen, you know? It'd be really cool if while the Sims are driving to the next lot, or so while the loading scene's coming up, and once you get to the lot, like a pop-up can happen, like blah 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 is crossing the street. Do you run over the thing? Okay, that sounds really bad, but you know, do you run over the thing, or do you swerve, and then whatever you click be like, oh no, you swerved and you ran into a tree, your car's destroyed, it needs to go to the auto repair shop, you know, something like that. Then you actually get to like when the drives in, you get to see the actual like car like drive in. And honestly, I think cars will work really good with Oasis Springs, because if you remember the place that like all like the workout places, the rattle juices, there's a whole parking spot back there. So I think it'd be really cool to see like your Sims actually park in the parking spot. You know how cool that would be? And so, like, example, like I said before, like they get into a car accident, and then you see that their car is destroyed, totally wrecked. And so you have to take them to the mechanic shop. And then I think that's why I said make a game pack about it, because it can bring the whole mechanic skill into it. And then you have to bring your car to the mechanic shop and get your car like not tailored, but get your car like fixed and everything. And then there's also like to be a mechanic skill where you see like people working on cars, and like I don't know, there's just so much ideas. Again, I'll explain it more in the next part. This is just the opening until what my thoughts would be. Again, like I said before, if you have some thoughts on how cars should be implemented to the game, let me know below. And so going on to like how I said when we get there, and so there'll be 2 ways, of course, because not every single world has a parking lot, but what they do have, what actually been watching Fantasia, and she's been noticing, and I've been noticing too, that a lot of places have gas stations. So I'm pretty sure Strangerville has a gas station, if I think. I might be wrong, but I know, for example, I know the world something Harbor. I can't remember. Green Harbor or something like that. Greenhouse Harbor. I can't remember the name of it. I know they have a gas station. I'm pretty sure that Another World. I think it's Strangerville has a gas station. So I'm definitely the gas station being implemented, and it'd be really cool if your Sims have to, like, if they run out of gas, they have to drive to the gas station to get gas. Again, I know it's a lot of work and it's a lot of tedious stuff, but it's like laundry. Like, you don't need laundry. It's tedious. You don't really get anything out of it. It just adds that realistic touch to it, because honestly, you need gas. It's the way of life. You need gas. But anyways, I gotta go ahead and end on this commentary here because it's getting a bit too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Again, leave your guys' comments down below on what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out. This is peace. Bye. I love y'all. Have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.